So this is a Mahayan, a great yantra, which formulates a shape which appears in the form of the Buddha sat upon the lotus throne or lotus dais, and it is composed of sacred geometry which are in the form of yantra, with each enclosure or kamawad yan, the knots of the yant. Each enclosure has sacred Khom Agkhara inserted within each enclosure, which are the little circles within the body of the Buddha. Has a continuous line, and the line is called the bones of the yantra, or gadug yan, the gadug, the bones. It's made in a continuous line without lifting the instrument from the surface you are inscribing upon, at best. This does not mean you can't trace the shape first and then inscribe it on top once you have created a basic structure. That is also the reason for the bones of the yan. And so we will begin by analyzing the sacred Agkhara within the yantra. After which we have completed that, I will make another lesson, hopefully to show the method and sequence in which one would inscribe the bones of this yantra. First of all, we shall continue on to analyze the sacred Khom Agkhara, beginning with the head. So here is the head. And this has two different kata, which are separate but accentuate and complete each other, and they actually come further towards the end of the composition, not at the beginning. Most Ongpa or Buddha images as a yan will be begun with the feet, then the body, then the head. If this is so with the inscription of the bones of this yantra, we will get to later. But in general, normally with the incantations and also with the inscription, one would start with the lowest and finish off with the highest, which is the head, or Sien. In Thai we call the head Hua, but if it's a Buddha or a deity, we call that Sien Pa. So it starts here with I. This is the letter I, Agkhara. It is a vowel. Then it goes to this vowel here, which is the Ti. It is To Tau, the Ta Agkhara, with the I vowel. This is a I vowel when it is written alone, without a consonant attached to it, preceding it, like Ti. Whereas this is the Ti, the Ta consonant, and this is the vowel symbol for the I. When attached to a consonant, it changes from this here to become this here. In this case, the Ta would normally have a roof on it, which I can show you now, like this. The Ta would be like that, which you can see already, but then it would have this on top. Yeah? Do it again. That is a Ta, but if you write Ta with I, you just write the bottom bit, and then you take this symbol, which is the I for using with consonants, and attach it. It should actually be, rub these out, should actually be like this, and with the I like this. whoa, sorry. And so this says I, Ti, Bi. So this is again the Ba, which is something like this. Yeah. If you add the I, then it has this onto it. Yeah. So that is Ba and I, Bi. This is so. I will get into that at another day. So I, Ti, Bi. So this comes from Iti Biso, Pakawa, Arahang, Samma, Samputto, and so on. Iti Biso, Hong Ton mantra. Then we have Ma. You see, the Ma looks rather like the Ba used in this syllable B. The bottom piece here is very much like, it's exactly like this piece, but it has a line going through the middle. So this and this are the same, but this has a line going through the middle. This is a Ma Agkhara and this is Ba Agkhara. So if you took this line here, which is the I, and put it on here, this Ma would become a Mi, just as this Ba is a Bi. So in this case we have I, Ti, Bi, So, and we'll continue down as we move on. Ma, A, U. This is a unalom, which is like this. And that is a unalom, which means basically the unalom is the crown of the head, and the yak, which means the kinks or the little knots, little bends or the kinks in the unalom are the wavering unsureties of life, mistakes we make. And here it straightens out, so this is where the practitioner begins to enter the path and the stream flow of the arahants, and in the end goes totally straight. This means this is beyond this point, this person's life has become path of arahant. So it means the Buddha, basically this means the Buddha. So I, Ti, Bi, So, to be continued in further Kata below. These three, Ma, A, O, means Ma, A, O. A means Arahang, Arahang, the Arahants, the Buddha. Ma, Mu Maha Sangho means the Sangha, the community of spiritual friends. U means Uttama Dhammo, the Dhamma. That is, was, and always will be true and ever present. And so this is what is contained within the head. The ma'apo is normally used right at the end of the incantation. So this would, as we see, finish with the head and with these three syllables to complete the incantation. The next lesson we shall continue with a look at this, the body of the Buddha. And so this body contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different groups of 4 knots, which then continue to be surrounded by a heart-shaped knot, and then crossed through and crossing over to continue the same pattern. So it begins as a knot, and does not end yet, does not go this way, it continues this way, then goes around the head, and around here, and around here, and around here, and around here, around again, round again, round again, and then off down below the legs, which will then later come up again and round here and here and back this way to make the final closure. And there you go. And so this yantra contains the following. So, ending with so, will continue on the next piece with Kato Loka Vitu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Sattha Tewa Manutsanang Putto Pakawati, which would be the completion of the Kata Itipiso Hongton incantation, and is the missing piece, which will most probably be continued when we travel this way down to the legs. Don't forget, up at the head we began with iti piso Bhagava arahang samma samputto vichacharana sampanno so Kato Loka Vitu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarati Sattha Tewa Manutsanang Putto Pakawati. And so, when we return to, we can see that these three are the ending ma'ao, and the rest of the kata contained in Khom Agkhara within the Putta Nimit, the Nimitta vision of Buddha, Yantra, which is a Mahayant and perhaps the greatest Mahayant of all Yant, possibly so in my opinion, contains the following kata, and you can follow my cursor to see it. Iti piso Bhagava arahang samma samputto vichacharana sampanno sukhato lokavitu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha tewa manutsanang putto pakawati. Iti piso Bhagava arahang samma samputto vichacharana sampanno sukhato lokavitu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha tewa manutsanang putto pakawati. This kata and this formula is contained with almost all of the greater Mahayan used in the Vicha Mahayan and the Vicha Sayasad and the Vicha Sak Yant of Thai Buddhist and occult practices. And this is therefore the perfect yantra to begin the online documentary and teachings of the Sak Yant Foundation. I hope this has been informative for you, and I hope to get more professional in the way I produce these tutorials and documentaries. This is Ajahn Spencer for the Sak Yant Foundation and the Buddha Magic Project, signing off. Wishing you all well. Sadhu.